Saludos a todos, les saluda Ferrari Van 601 y bienvenidos de nuevo a Microsoft Flight Simulator y bienvenidos al aeropuerto El Prat, ubicado en la ciudad de Barcelona, España. Hoy, en este video, nuestro objetivo es explorar, primero buscar y luego explorar el circuito de Catalunya, Barcelona, el sitio, por supuesto, del Gran Premio de España de Fórmula 1. Greetings all, Ferrari Man 601 here. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. And welcome to El Prat Airport here in Barcelona, in Spain. What's our goal with this video today? Well, we are going to be finding another Formula 1 circuit, El Circuito de Catalunya, the Catalunya track, which of course is the site of the Spanish Grand Prix. We have found Spa so far, we have found Imola so far, and today we're going to add track number 3 in terms of Formula 1 venues, Catalunya. Will we find it? Where is it? Well, if I've done my homework correctly, if we take off here from runway 07 here at El Prat, we should be able to find the circuit not too far away from here. It's going to be a turn to the north, which from our perspective is going to be a left-hand turn away from the runway. And then, with any luck, we should find the circuit. However, first of all, we are in a cold and dark DA62. My first time flying this aircraft, so we'll see how it performs. I have heard that it is a little bit slow, but we'll find out. But first off, I think we need to get this thing turned on. Therefore, we need some electricity. There's our battery master. And we'll get our toys all fired up here. Get our avionics master on. And I guess we will be good to start engines. Get our fuel controls on. There's our lockout that'll stop us from accidentally shutting the engines down. Left-hand electric fuel pump. Left engine master. And we'll get it started. And it's running. That's good. Let's shut down the boost pump, I guess. And that works. Right-hand fuel pump and engine master on the right-hand side. We'll fire it up. And they're running. Shut down the boost pump on the right-hand side. We'll shut down our battery master. And we're running on the engines now, off the alternators. So again, we make a turn due north, and then we should find the circuit without too much trouble if my surveys of Google Earth are worth anything. Should have reasonable weather. Got some scattered clouds there. And I think we're good. Our flaps are at takeoff. Yeah. All right, I think we are set to go. Release the parking brakes and throttle up. Full throttle. This airplane is a little bit slow to pull away. I have got a caution warning for pitot heat, I believe. We'll deal with that once we're in the air. Airspeed is alive. There's 50 knots. A little bit of wind here on the deck pushing us around somewhat. Should be a rotate speed, and there we go. We're up, positive rate. Gear up. Bringing the flaps in. And yes, that is a caution warning for pitot heat. Turn it on. There's the switch. Done. Okay. So coming off of the runway here, it should be just a turn to the north, which will be bearing all balls, 000. And we'll start that turn now. Getting a little bit of buffeting here. Some surface level winds. But that is okay. Unlike the trouble that we had trying to find Imola, I think we're going to have a better time of this one because the terrain here is a lot more consistent in terms of where natural features are in the mountain range just coming inland here off the Mediterranean coast, which is right there. Good morning, Mediterranean. That looks pretty good. There is not all that much geographic diversity between the beach and the circuit, so it should be pretty easy to find. But nonetheless, we'll do our due diligence really to make sure we don't overshoot, because our distance from El Prat to the circuit is actually not too far. I'll acknowledge the frequency change. And that's it. And everything's copacetic. Now, with the circuits that we're taking a look at here in Flight Simulator, so far they have been almost exclusively rendered in grass, and both Spa and Imola had buildings across parts of the circuit, as well as trees and all kinds of things that blocked the circuit. So we'll see if that is the case here with Catalunya. I'm hoping that it is not, because if all goes well, I would love to be able to hotlap the circuit in an airplane, and this airplane in particular. We'll see if that is the case. We'll take a look outside with our external cameras to sort of broaden our horizons a little bit and see what we can see out here. I'm reasonably confident that the circuit is going to be somewhere off to our left between our 12 o'clock and our 9 o'clock. I think once we come over this mountain ridge, we should be reasonably close to it. I'm going to try and fly around this big cumulus cloud as best I can. So that it doesn't obscure our view of the ground too much. I'm seeing something off at 12 o'clock, about 12:30 or so, that looks suspect, because I know that there are big red painted run-out zones at Catalunya, so that'll be something that really sticks out in terms of the trying to find the track from the air. But just doing my homework here, checking my surroundings. Look at that. That's a beautiful shot up the coast, looking roughly north-northeast. Beautiful. That's something I don't think I'll ever get over with this sim. It's just gorgeous. And the detail on the airplane as well. Getting a little bit of buffeting there as we pass over the mountain ridge. Some of the winds that slam up against the side of the mountain and they get shot upward. Very cool. This major road here, like a big highway, probably services traffic in and out of the circuit, at least partially. Might not be a bad idea to follow that a bit. We're at 7,000 feet or so. There goes 7,000. And so far, this aircraft is, I don't know, it seems like it's got reasonably comparable performance to the Beechcraft that we flew going to Imola. It's my first time flying it. Very stable, very responsive to inputs. Gonna be above most of these clouds. That's cool. That is just so pretty. Taking a look at the world beneath us through the cloud deck. Very nice. Just keeping an eye out for any racetrack shaped thing. I don't see any obvious sign of it yet. There's another airport. There it is. It's off 12 o'clock. Boom. We'll throttle the engines to idle, and we'll start descending. Try to control our rate of descent a little bit. But there it is. Catalunya has been spotted. Very, very nice. Yep. As we spiral down here, we'll try to enter into a little bit of an orbit. Get a better look at the place. Really having to descend somewhat quickly. Just looking at these things from the air, they're a lot smaller than you would expect from having seen these things on television. So they do come up on you, especially when your cruising speed in an aircraft like this is about 160 miles an hour or so. Turn a little bit of an arc away. That is just so pretty, looking inland there. There it is. There is the racetrack. That looks absolutely gorgeous from the air. Look at that. We're really diving for all we're worth here. 4,800 feet. We're well above our maximum flap speed here for this flap setting. Look at that. That is pretty. Very, very pretty. See some buildings along the perimeter of the circuit that appear to be emulations of where the grandstands would be located, but I don't see any actual grandstands. Again, the buildings there just approximating the locations of the real-world structures, but not necessarily the specific nature thereof. But that is very, very pretty. Just look at that. Might be the prettiest looking circuit that we've seen so far in Flight Simulator. Look at all of that. That is very nice. Cars running around on the road. That is very, very pretty. Pay attention to where we're going here, otherwise we'll end up getting really close to the terrain. That is so nice. Look at this! All of this stuff. There is a nice up-close and personal view of the circuit there. That's the La Caixa corner. And then New Holland coming down at the end of the lap. I'm going to try and see what the nature of the start-finish straight is, because if we can, I'd like to land on it. Seeing any obstructions? Not really. That's nice. Looks like a clear run down to turn 1. Elevation change looks in a weird place. Elevation change out of turn 2 and into turn 3 looks about right, though. That is pretty remarkable. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves some distance away from the start-finish straight, and we'll land in the direction of travel, I guess. Stall. Let's not do that too close to the ground. That's La Caixa. We're going to bisect the circuit at this point. That's the run-up. Turn 4, turn 5 and 6, and 7. There's start-finish. There's New Holland at the end of the lap. So I'm going to get a little bit of altitude. There's our shadow. That's cool. We get a little bit of altitude and a little bit of distance away, and then I'm going to turn around and we're going to land on the start-finish straight. I think it's clear. If it's not, we could always pull out of it and figure out something else. Okay, about 1,700 feet or so. We'll turn around. Let's turn around and start getting ourselves set up to land. Take a look out this way. Where is the racetrack? Should be coming into view from the left. And there it is. There's 1,300 feet. Our flaps down to landing configuration. Gear coming. Gear down, 3 green. Front straight looks clear. Watch the treetops. Got a rate of descent sorted out. Sort of let the road come up to us, I guess. Comes the hillside. All right, a little bit firm, but we could do it. Road just came up to us. Nice. We'll get it stopped, first of all. All right, so we're stopped. Parking brake set. And we'll shut the engines off. Our battery master on. And shut down our engine masters, and I think that'll kill them. Yep. Engines are stopped. That's good. We'll shut off our pitot heat. And I think we'll be good. Parking brake is set. We'll shut off our battery master. Aircraft has shut down. I don't know why that menu keeps coming on whenever I shut the aircraft down. Let's try that again just for my own satisfaction and troubleshooting. Get everything started and then we'll shut down again. Half master off. Alright, I guess that's a weird bug thing then. Because it didn't do it that time, but whatever. Guess we'll call that a bug. Not that we need to do this right now because all the electrical power is off, but we can take our fuel controls and put them to off. Just closes the valves from the fuel tanks into the engines. And then that'll be it. So, what have we here? Showcase camera is in the water. That's not what we want. I don't know why that happened. External view. Here we go. We are at the circuit. I don't know why the showcase camera is in the water. That's very strange. Is there a way that we can do this without being in the water? Why are we in the water? That's a cool effect. All right, now we're slewing over to hopefully where the aircraft is located. Yes, there it is. Okay. Right. So, everything is just populated before our eyes, and it still is to an extent. Okay. All right, so that was awfully strange, but now we are here, and we'll get our speed up to something that's ridiculous, or at least not so ridiculously slow. Okay, fine. So, there's the aircraft. This is the start-finish straight, quite obviously, and you can see, just as we were at Pocono, at Spa, and at Imola, we have a mixture of grass and gravel and dirt. So that's something. Going down the rest of the start-finish straight, what do we have? Okay. Okay. We have a building here on the inside of the pit lane with garage doors, so it knows that they're garages. The main grandstand is an industrial warehouse, so that's interesting. And of course, the further away you get from the circuit, the more convincing it looks to be. But the closer in you get, and quite obviously you see that it is dirt and gravel and grass. However, going along start-finish, what do we have? This dip here. This is a little bit misplaced because there's no big dip and big rise halfway down the straight. There is a big dip down to turn 1, which looks to be uphill here in the flight simulator version. But there's turn 1 and turn 2 going uphill. That actually looks okay in terms of the elevation change and the camber. Coming into turn 3, yeah, there is more elevation change than it would be in reality, but the corner is slightly off camber. That seems more or less correct. Long turn 3, and then we exit. There's our AstroTurf on the exit, and then the entrance curbing for turn 4 right here. Slightly off camber to slightly on camber. We come out. There we go. Turn 5. That more or less looks okay. Not bad at all. Exit. Here's one of the bridges that crosses the circuit. It's just rendered flat here for us. The slip roads here for different configurations. Turn 6 and 7, the chicane. What's the topography look like? All right, that's more or less respectable. I could take that. La Caixa, or no, this is Kamsa. Turn 8, flat out in a Formula 1 car. There's the DRS line. How about that? Cool. This is the chicane used for some other series. Formula 1 last used this in the mid-90s. I think the 1994 race used that. Here's the La Caixa corner, turn 9. 2 variants of it. The tighter one for Formula 1, and then the motorcycles and other cars use the original layout there. The much more broad corner. Turn 10. It's a very long right-hander. Lots of positive camber here in Flight Simulator. That's not there in reality. You can see more garage buildings here where the grandstands would be. And then turn 11, 12, 13, the Mickey Mouse chicane. Or turn 11, in the older layout, and then either turn 12 or turn 14, the New Holland corner. Elevation change in the middle of it. That would be interesting, but not bad. Our pit entrance is right there, as you can see. Not bad. And then start finish. All right, so about par for the course from what we've been seeing with flight simulator tracks. And then, of course, we go back to our airplane. Right. Now, if there's one thing that I noticed about that little flyover that we did just then, there are no obstructions anywhere on the track. No trees, no weird buildings, no nothing. Which means that we can get ourselves around this track in an airplane. Are we going to do that? Yeah, I think we're going to do that. So, back to the cockpit. And now for the first ever time, I am going to attempt a lap of a Formula One track in an airplane. Yeah. We'll get powered up. All right. Oh, it would help if I opened up the fuel valves. Right. Boy, no, there's something wrong with my car, man. Yeah. Right. Now we should be able to start the engine. There we are. Oh, the left engine did not start. There it is. Okay. Okay. So, I think we have got our engines running. I think we have got our qualifying tires on. And yes, let's do this. We'll release our parking brakes. Done. And let's go. Got your stopwatches ready? Full beans. Let's go. Just like it was off the runway at Trot, we've got ourselves a very slow pull-away. Of course, we're going severely uphill now, so that's not helping our cause. All right, airspeed's alive. There's 30 knots. There's turn 1 coming on us real quick. Brakes and turn. Back on the throttle. All right, turn 2. Here comes turn 3. Can we stay flat through 3? Yeah. Slow down a little bit. Okay. A little bit of understeer. There's the exit. Here comes turn 4. Braking into turn 4. There we go. Right, got us some throttle. At full throttle. There comes 5. Brake into 5. Understeer again. Don't go off. All right, a little bit of an early exit from 5. All right. Here comes 6 and 7. Brakes. There's the apex curves. Pick them up like a champ. Cheat across the exit. All right, come on. There's 30 knots coming up toward Kamsa, turn 8. Can we take Kamsa flat out? We're going to try it. And yeah, let's open the DRS. Retracting my flaps, so we'll have a little bit less drag. Get on the brakes. We go off there. That wasn't what we needed. All right. But that's why we have 8,000 miles of runoff on modern Formula One circuits. Right, come on, come on, come on. There's turn 10. Good, good, good. It's a long corner. Now, do we dare take the chicane? Yes, we do. Right. And using all of the AstroTurf there. And using more of the AstroTurf there. Okay, we blew the chicane. Our lap time is invalidated. Let's try that again. Here's New Holland. Full XL. Okay. There's 80 knots. I do not want to take off. We'll close the throttles and coast this. Come on. Right, gonna have to brake soon. Right about now, I'm gonna start braking. Okay. There's turn 1. Turn 2, look at that. Using all the curving. There's turn 3. Little dab on the brakes. Is that a little bit of a drift? Almost. All right, there's 60 knots. Close the throttles. Oh, a little bit of a tank slapper. Here comes turn 4. Okay. That's all well and good. On the brakes. There's the apex. And we're going wide again. Did not want to stop for me. And we're going to continue going off here. I think we have to brake a little bit earlier. Come on. Come on, you can accelerate. You know you want to accelerate. Through Kamsa. They're braking for Lakaisha. Does it want to turn? We'll use the older version of the track. See? Problem solved. Hearing all sorts of rattles and squeaks from the airplane. I'm sure it does not like this at all. Turn 10. Here comes the chicane. We went off again, not quite as bad as we did last time. All right, and there's start finish. We left the ground there. We're flying. Don't fly. Brake. Cut across the track here. Okay. All right, we had to do that to make sure that we survived. All right. We lived. Well, that's the speed limit, apparently. You usually don't have a problem like that in a race car unless you're driving a Mercedes and your name is Mark Webber. But this is absolutely mental. We are hot lapping Catalunya in an airplane on Flight Simulator. Crazy. And all right, there we go. Looks like we made turn 4 that time. A little bit of understeer into 5 and 6, 6 and 7. Okay, almost there. Comps flat, totally flat, nice. We're braking. We make the corner. We're sliding. Yes, almost. Yep, we made it. All right. Come on, engines. Do your thing. Man, it is struggling to get up the hill sometimes. All right. There's the chicane. Not going to make the chicane. Seems like the airplane just isn't going to be able to turn that tight. Jeez, it really can't turn that tight. That's okay though. There is start finish. That's 3 laps around Catalunya in an airplane on a Flight Simulator. How crazy is this? Try to bring it to a stop here at the bottom of the hill. All right. That is okay in my book. Set our parking brake. Parking brake is set. Ha! How about that? Oh, we did a hot lap in an airplane. And it hasn't exploded. The landing gear are all still there. I'd expect my brakes to be on fire, but they're not. That's really, really cool. So for the first time ever, at least for me, there we go. And it's probably a world record for the fastest 3 laps ever done at Catalunya in an airplane. That's utterly remarkable. That's really, really cool. And it's high time that we've gotten a chance to visit some decently represented racetracks in Flight Simulator. And look at that. That just looks so amazingly strange. But yeah, there it is. Catalunya, so far, is the first circuit that we've been to that's actually drivable or taxiable. Oh, that's crazy. But there it was. Yes, a Ferrari bound first. Hot laps in an airplane. Well, anyway, I hope that you all enjoyed that one. This was a lot of fun. Ferrari bound 601 saying thank you all very, very much for watching. And of course, we will see you soon.